Similar apps made by the youth is already available. It is time for us to use it. Not only Instagram, search engine, we have to be able to make it. It's not that difficult. The children of the nations are ready. That is exactly what they said after blocking some of the most important apps that we use each day. So what's really going on viral on social media? Do you know it? If you don't know, follow me through the journey of the internet and be part of the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dhafa from University of Gadjah Mada. And lately, we are facing the downside of the government after the tragedy of blocking some of the most important apps without a throughout warning. If you're not familiar with the case yet, let me clarify it a little bit so that we can understand it better. So basically, Cominfo is releasing a regulation called Permen Cominfo number 5 2020 about regulations with private electronic systems operators registration, aka PSE. So who are those PSEs? The first is about communication services, the second is about digital trades, the third is about search engine, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth is all of that. You can look it up by yourself. So after already knowing what those PSEs are, what is exactly this problem? Why is everyone panicked? So basically, what they're trying to do is make a sovereignty to make those PSEs following our national regulation. It is really a good decision because it allows us to have more control of the PSEs if they still want to operate here. But here's the problem. There is ambiguity on the regulation itself, and one of them, if they, as the PSEs, are not registering on the time given, they will be given a penalty from the Cominfo, which is access blocking. And here's when everything comes down. When they're trying to block, when Cominfo trying to block the PSEs, the real question is, when they're trying to give a penalty, why is the users are the most affected one? Can you imagine doing like Steam and PayPal and all of a sudden it's out of service and your data and your money still stuck up there? It left everyone speechless. As users, we have already followed the terms and conditions, and all of a sudden, Cominfo is trying to step in and made a chaos. It left everyone speechless and need of further action. So, in my opinion, is there anything that the Cominfo can do to help? And also, are there something that the public can do to help solve this case? So from the Cominfo itself, there are two ways to reduce the amount of anger that's happening in our community. The first, if you want to give a penalty, why don't you give a penalty that don't really harm the users, such as written warnings and also penalty fees? And the second, if you want to still imply the access blocking, there are two ways to make it less harmful. The first is by blocking it one at a time, and the second, give a throughout warning on which company is going to be blocked first so that we have more time to manage our data. And it's not ended there. The Cominfo also said that by blocking some of the most important apps will make us be more independent and use our national services. But here's the thing, if we're talking about international internet connected services that millions of people uses, we talk about a massive servers and a lot of experts behind it. Even an expert from TikTok saying that we need the third-party servers to back it up because it is so big, we need so much money. And ladies and gentlemen, all that thing requires more and more money. The real question is, are they willing and ready to support us financially? And then the second, if they're ready, how can they assure us that the money is going to be 100% distributed well? Let's say if those two questions are well executed, then probably in the next 5 years we can have similar apps, but not now, because we are far from ready. And then, what can the public do to help? As a public, we have the most vocal in the country, even though sometimes we aren't being listened to, but it's alright. And also, living in this freedom of speech country doesn't mean that we don't have a regulation to regulate our freedom of speech. We still need to behave, especially on a big platform such as social media. On social media, we have to spread positivity like this. We have to spread awareness to others about this case so that everyone else can understand it better and also gather more people on solving this case. And that being said, this is also can be a warning and preparation for us to always upgrade ourselves because the world is changing so fast. So we need to change too. With that being said, not only the government, but the people need to change because it will eventually make a better environment. So, with that closing, I wanted to say thank you for everyone who's listening to this speech. So, do you understood it better or you just getting more confused? It's okay, you'll get there. But thank you very much for your understanding and also your present. One last question for you guys. Do you think that the Cominfo did is the right thing or is it the opposite? Thank you very much and I'm signing out. Peace.